Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Early Bird. I'm on time today. I got 2 days to make up for, though. I do want to go over the games from the 9th also, guys, not just the 10th, okay? So let's get right into it. A few things I want to discuss that, to me, were very obvious, especially in this first game I'm going to show. So here we go. Rangers win Game 3 in overtime, push Hurricanes to brink. Let's look at the numbers. Shots 47-25, 61% of the faceoffs to 39. The hits, the Canes had the edge in this one, 31-19. Block shots, Hurricanes had 10, the Rangers had 16. 6 giveaways, Carolina, 8 New York. 9 takeaways, Carolina, 8 New York. Shots on goal per period. 17-7 Carolina in the first, 20-11 Carolina in the second. 9-6 Carolina in the third, and 1 apiece in that overtime. And once again, the Rangers find the magic. Final shots, though, 47-25. Scoring? Guentzel makes it 1-0 from Orlov and Svechnikov at 10:14. End of 1-0 Carolina. It's looking good for the Hurricanes, right? So they're very solid period. We're going to talk about that in a sec. Kreider ties it up. It was a shorthanded goal, I believe. I can't see it, but I remember it being shorthanded. It was 1 apiece at 8:30 mark from Zibanejad. We go to the third. Lafreniere, who's looked very good in this playoffs, from Panarin and Trocheck, makes it 2-1 Rangers at 6:25. And at 18:24, the big goal, Svechnikov, a big goal. You would think Carolina's going to win this game the way it was going from Aho and Shea. We go to overtime. Panarin's the champ here from Trocheck and Lafreniere at 1:43. And if you're Carolina, you're just left with your head down. Something I want to point out, okay? I want to talk about this game a little bit. This is the main reason I'm throwing these other games in. I want to talk about this. I'm going to show you a clip here. Take a look at this, guys. Okay, now you're looking at the numbers. These are the numbers, as you know, I always read off, right? Okay, take a look on the one on the left, guys. That's the shots and everything after one period and then after the end of the game, after the overtime on the right. But take a look at Carolina's hits in the first period. 17 hits in the first. Then the next 2 periods plus, they only throw 14 more. Everything was riding good for Carolina. I was actually very impressed with Carolina in that period. I said, my goodness, okay, if they're going to start playing like this, they're going to start winning, you know? And then all of a sudden, it just stops. And the rest of the game, they're basically playing their regular season non-contact hockey. And as we know, the result. For me, guys, that's just my theory. I mean, I see a team throw 17 hits in the first period, looking good, looking physical, doing it all, looking like a Stanley Cup team. And what do? They take the pedal, the foot off the pedal, guys. They take the foot off the pedal. They continue to come at them and pepper them with shots, but they were already doing that. Why not do both? If they were doing both in the first, why did Carolina take their foot off the pedal? This is why I'm not a fan of Brind'Amour, guys. I'm just not. All right, let's take a look over in Dallas. Hintz has 4 points. Stars hold off Avalanche in Game 2 to even series. Numbers? Very good game. 32 shots to 31. 49% on the faceoffs. Dallas, 51% Colorado. Colorado 2 for 5 on the power play. The Stars 2 for 5 on the power play. Colorado 0 for 3. The hits in the game. Another reason I'm picking Dallas to bow. 16 hits Dallas, 24 Colorado. Measly hits for Colorado, too. I was surprised Colorado were that soft in this game. 16 blocks Dallas, 26 Colorado. 8 giveaways Dallas, 5 Colorado. 10 takeaways Dallas, 6 Colorado. Shots on goal. 9 apiece in the first, 15-9 in the second for Dallas. And Colorado come on too little, too late, 13-8 in the third for that tight 32-31 total. Scoring. And all Dallas again, just like Game 1. Heiskanen makes it 1-0 from Hintz and Robertson. 1-0 after 1 at the 14:46 mark. We go to the second. Hintz from Lundqvist and Marshma at 1:57, 2-0. Heiskanen from Benn and Hintz makes it 3-0 on the power play at 15:54, and you can sense the game is over right about there. Seguin makes it 4-0, shorthanded, 18:06 from Harley. We head to the third, and Colorado kind of does it again. Like this is, but you can't keep falling behind in games and expect to come back. It's not realistic. So Colorado down 4-0. Kiviranta makes it 4-1 at 4:06 for Manson and Colton. Duhaime from Cogliano makes it 4-2 at the minute mark, and Nushishkin from Lehkonen and Middlestat makes it 4-3 at 16:16, and of course everybody's holding their collective breath in Dallas that they're blowing another lead. And that's another thing. Dallas can't keep blowing leads either, but they're not going to choke up 3-4-0 leads. It's not realistic. Not every game. The empty netter, Lindell Hintz from Tanev at 19:39. Game done. So, yeah, Colorado puts up a fight, but it's, come on, Colorado. If you're going to do this, I mean, the lack of hitting and falling behind in games is what's costing them so far. We'll see. So far, we're going to talk about the team I think that looks like they're going to win the Cup. Here we go to last night's games. Panthers defeat Bruins in Game 3 to take series lead. Let's look at the numbers here. And a one-sided affair, folks. 33 shots to 17. Boston had 48% of the faceoffs to Florida's 52. They were 0 for 2 on the power play, the Bruins. The Panthers were 4 for 6. Just killing it yesterday. And look at the hits in this one, guys. 55 hits Boston, 48 Florida. I'm going to miss this series when it's all said and done. I could tell. I'm enjoying this one. 16 blocks Boston, 15 Florida. 6 giveaways Boston, 8 Florida. The Bruins at 5 takeaways, the Panthers with 4. Shots on goal, 13-3 Florida in the first, 11-5 Florida in the second, and basically, folks, game over right there. 9 apiece in the third to kind of play it out, 33-17 total. Scoring. Rodriguez from Forsling opens it up. 1-0 Florida after 1 at the 8:04 mark of the first. We go to the second. Tarasenko with a big power play goal and a boneheaded play. Forget who took the double minor. I just can't remember. I'm tired. It's not coming to my head. Bennett from Ekman Larson makes it 2-0 at 16:14. And Verhaeghe from Tkachuk and Barkov makes it 3-0 on that same power play at 17:14 on that double minor. We go to the third. Montour puts it away with a power play goal of his own from Tkachuk and Barkov at the 3:09 mark. And then the Bruins, Leko from DeBrusk and Beecher makes it 4-1 at 5:01. And DeBrusk, who's been really their best player, I think, in the playoffs from Lowry and Pasternak, makes it 4-2 at 8:31. And that's it for the Bruins. Really, that's it. You know, you were hoping maybe to see it get tighter down the stretch, but maybe most Sabres fans won't. I might be saying that wrong. Reinhart with the empty netter makes it 5-2 from Tkachuk and Montour at 18:36. And Rodriguez on the power play from Ekman Larson and Lusterinen at the 19:09 mark, just to put salt into the wounds there. 6-2 final. So the Florida Panthers, folks, we'll talk about in a sec. Let's get to the final game. Bouchard Oilers top Canucks in overtime to take in Game 2 to even West second round series. The numbers. Shots 31-19 Edmonton, and the Oilers deserve this game. The shots do tell the tale. 52% on the faceoffs Vancouver, 48 for the Oilers. Canucks 1 for 3 in the power play. The Oilers 1 for 3 in the power play. Hits 43 Vancouver to 26 Edmonton. And in this game, I can understand, believe it or not, Edmonton had fewer hits because they had to get desperate offensively in this game. They had to somehow win this game. 19 blocks Vancouver, 7 Edmonton. 4 giveaways Vancouver, 7 Edmonton. 7 takeaways Vancouver, 3 Edmonton. shots on goal. 7-5 Oilers in the first, 10-6 Canucks in the second. And this is why I would say in a game like this, the Oilers had to have less hits in this game because, look, 13 hits for this high-flying offense after 2 periods. They had to figure a way. They just did, and they did in the third. 15-2 Edmonton in the third. I don't even remember it being that much until I'm reading it right now. And in the overtime, 3-2 Edmonton for that 31-19 total. Scoring. Elias Pettersson finally gets his first playoff goal from Miller and Hughes. 1-0 Vancouver at the 4:14 mark on the power play. And then Draisaitl on the power play for Edmonton. Reply from McDavid and Nugent Hopkins at 10:56. 1-1 after 1. We go to the second. Besser from Soucy and Zadorov at the 53-second mark. Early killer goal makes it 2-1. It felt at that point like Edmonton was going to lose for me at that point right there. And then Ekholm from McDavid and Draisaitl ties it up, though, seconds later, 23 seconds later, at the 1:16 mark, 2-2. And Zadorov gets his fourth of the playoffs from Miller at the 18-17 mark, a late dagger going into the third. We go to the third. McDavid ties it up at 5:27 from Hyman and Draisaitl. And we have overtime. Bouchard the hero from Draisaitl, McDavid at the 5:38 mark. And Edmonton fans can finally breathe a sigh of relief. So, I want to talk a little bit about these games. I'll go briefly. Carolina guys took their foot off the pedal physically in that game, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I tell you what, I hope Toronto get what do you call Brind'Amour as coach. I could care less. All their fans are crying for Brind'Amour. I hope they get him, because Toronto then will be a non-physical factor like they were for years till the last year and a bit. And they have a GM that anyway, I don't see Toronto hiring this guy because the GM is a big believer in physical play, and Brind'Amour obviously is a coach that doesn't. It's not going to work. So that's where that stands. And I cannot believe they took their foot off the pedal physically and let the Rangers steal another game. They deserve what they get. They just do. And then Colorado, you can't keep letting Dallas run away with games early. Plain and simple there. And then expect to come back and win. That's ridiculous. So Colorado's got to get their game together. So far, they don't look like the team I was thinking they're going to look like in this series. Not yet. Boston and Florida, I'm going to come back to. Edmonton had to find a way to win yesterday, and they finally woke up in the third, guys. Plain and simple. Edmonton finally woke up. We'll see. No, we're going to see, because this Vancouver team looked relentless. And Boston and Florida. Now, what does Boston do? Do they go back to Swayman? That's a decision they got to make now. I won't be surprised if they're going to go, guys, with Ullmark now, because Swayman looks like that magic that he had isn't going to ride all the playoffs right now. But he's kind of the guy that got them here. I would say you start him, but I'm having my doubts now if he's going to be able to hold this Panthers team. Because this Panthers team, guys, right now looks like they're going to win the Stanley Cup, in my opinion. What I see in these final 8 teams, this Florida team right now has the hitting. They got the goal scoring. And quietly, they got the goaltending. Quietly. It's not like last year where Bobrovsky was front center stage, you know what I mean? This time around, it's different. It's like he's quietly doing it. And sometimes it's the subtle ones that get it done in the playoffs. I mean, look at Adin Hill last year, So it can happen. We'll see what happens. But this Florida team right now, to me, looks unstoppable. They just look unstoppable right now. Just my thoughts there. Okay, guys, done. I got to wake up. I'm dealing with floods in the building. I've got to go. Long story. I'm exhausted because I've been up the last 2 nights with this stuff. But it is what it is. I'll see you guys soon. Sorry I didn't have the video yesterday. That's why I'm doing a double take today. Let's cut it there. It's been long enough. See you guys soon.